If you've ever seen Rocket League clips where people have cambered wheels, underglow, custom headlights and taillights, and even license plates, you've probably wondered how they got them. I'm going to show you how to do the exact same things today and how to get virtually any preset you could ever want for free, and it's only going to take 5 minutes. All you need to do is install Bakkesmod and a few plugins. Bakkesmod lets you do tons of things that improve your overall Rocket League experience. There are training packs, custom cars you can download, MMR trackers, you can view your MMR in matches, and your opponent's MMR, and so much more. Let's dive into it. The first thing you need to do is open your browser of choice and search for Bakkesmod.com. You can also just click the link that I've left in the description and download it through that. It should bring you to a site that looks like this, or it'll bring you to a page that looks like this. From here, you can just click the download now button, and then you'll have to click the click here to download link. Perfect. After this, it's gonna have a zip file. You can just open the folder and double click on Bakkesmod setup. It's gonna tell you that the installer will close any open instances of Rocket League in order to install Bakkesmod. You just need to hit yes and it will install. I'm gonna hit no because I already have it installed. There's also a great video that explains a lot about getting started in Bakkesmod right on the download page, which is really nice. Once you have Bakkesmod installed, just make sure it's running and it'll create an icon on your desktop, or you can just search for it in your Windows search, and then make sure it's running. Launch Rocket League, it will inject itself into the game, and bam, you will be able to change your car around. Now yours won't look like this right away. What you're gonna need to do is hit F2 on your keyboard, and that will bring up the Bakkesmod overlay. From here, you can see there's all kinds of settings right away. Air dribble mode, normal mode. These are just your quick settings for free play. But if you go to items, this is where you'll be able to create different presets and play around with your cars. After you have Bakkesmod installed, you can go to the Bakkesmod plugins, which is also just bakkesplugins.com, and you'll see a bunch of these. Now, what you're going to want to download is AlphaConsole. You need this for Underglow and Camber on your wheels. You can use it for a bunch of other things as well, like the little yellow charm that I have on my car, as well as custom headlights, taillights, license plate, custom ball in free play, and all sorts of other things like that. After this, you can explore and find all kinds of other plugins like better chat, custom UI, overlays, and even I use an MMR overlay. If we just go to browse plugins at the top here, you'll see there are loads and loads of plugins that people have made. One of the plugins that I use is Rank Viewer. This plugin was created by Bearded Oranges. It shows you an overlay in-game so you can see how close you are to your next division or your next rank. Aside from Rank Viewer, I also like to use Gidek plugin, which was made by Gidek, and it shows you whether you're up, positive, or negative on MMR for your session. It shows you your streak, wins or losses, and it shows you your wins and your losses. If we go back to Rocket League and look at our Bakkesmod plugin overlay by pressing F2, we can actually look all the way at the end of this bar of options and click on plugins, and you'll see all the plugins you have installed. So you should definitely have AlphaConsole on, and you should have Gidek if you downloaded it. If you want to see the Gidek plugin, you just need to turn off hide plugin, and it will show up in the corner there, or it will show up somewhere. You can move this around and change the size using these settings. But if we see AlphaConsole, we can toggle the AlphaConsole menu. We can close the Bakkesmod one. You can also toggle the AlphaConsole menu with F5. So F2 for Bakkesmod overlay and F5 for AlphaConsole overlay. Okay, once we have the AlphaConsole overlay, you can see this one's actually kind of nicer. It's got a nicer UI than the Bakkes plugin overlay, but you should open up into cosmetics immediately. So I haven't changed any of these. I'm gonna let you guys just explore and play around with those. There are all kinds of different textures that you can change. You can change to the AC terminal wheels if you want. You can use painted alpha boost. Obviously, this tutorial is about how to enable the underglow and the camber. So toggle underglow on, and you'll see it actually kind of affects your windshield color as well if it's bright enough, which is pretty cool. Now you can tell it to either use the car primary paint color, or you can set the colors to anything that you want. So I'm just gonna leave them on blue and red because I think they go really well with my whiteout design right now. And you can change the brightness in here as well. I use 11 because I really like seeing the blue windshield and just having a really bright underglow. I think it looks really nice with a preset like this. Something else that I use is custom taillights and a AlphaConsole charm. So you can also load custom cars. For example, the Rocket League fighter jet. You can get skateboards, the baby heads. And when you see those funny clips on YouTube, this is what they're doing. This is how they're doing that. So you could turn on a license plate if you want, just the AlphaConsole license plate, or you can download different presets. You can create different presets if you are a creative fellow. So wheel camber, this is the big one. So you can select a preset for whatever vehicle you're using. So for example, the Fennec comes with a low camber, the Octane comes with, you know, and it just changes. It moves the wheel placement because obviously for every different vehicle model, the wheels are in a different spot. So it's good to just choose whichever vehicle you're using and then adjust it from there. If you're using something that's totally different, like for example, I was using the Skyline, just choose the preset that's the closest and play around with it. Like I've changed my Fennec to have a little bit of extra camber, and I like the wheels spaced out a little bit more. So that's the left-right adjustment, is basically spacing. Up-down adjustment is the vertical placement, and the camber degrees is the overall tilt of the wheel. Now you can enable custom headlight colors if you just toggle that on. I like to leave it off because I don't really mind how those headlights look. I think they look pretty neat, especially with the underglow. They kind of give them a xenon look. But what I do like to do is enable taillight colors, and I use white for both blue and orange just because I'm using this kind of white out preset, which I think is pretty cool. But you can change it to use the car's primary paint color as well. So if you're using a purple car, you'll have purple taillights. For charms, this is the little yellow charm that I've got hanging off the car here. You just turn on AlphaConsole charm. Now, I'm pretty sure you could load in other ones if you want to, but you would have to find those online. The only one that comes with AlphaConsole is the AlphaConsole charm. And then you change the preset just like the camber to whichever vehicle you're using. So for the Octane, it hangs off the spoiler, but that looks kind of silly with the Fennec just floating in midair. So I change it to Fennec or Fennec, however you want to say it. And that's pretty much how you, that's it. That's how you install Underglow and Camber. If you go to ball, you can change the ball texture. So I have RLCS on. You can change the puck texture. You can change avatar textures, banner textures, and there are goal shield textures. There are goal explosion textures. And Podium Plus is how you get the fireworks at the end of the game. So when the podium loads up, where you see MVP, you can choose from quite a few. There's GC, Hellfire, Meteors does cause visual bugs, Poof, Ballistic, and Bats. I personally like the fireworks the best. But yeah, explore with AlphaConsole. Let me know, tag me in any shorts you make, and show me kind of what you guys have done with AlphaConsole. Show me what kind of presets you guys have come up with. I would love to see them. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. If this video helped you guys at all, or you liked this video, please don't be afraid to leave a like, subscribe. It does not cost you anything. This content is completely free. I love making content. If you want to go the extra mile, leave a comment, join the membership program for the channel. You'll get access to tons of content first, members only streams, discounts on merchandise, all kinds of good stuff. Thank you guys so much. Any support is appreciated. I'm really trying to make this thing happen. I hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless. Godspeed. Massive shout out to all of our donators and members this month. Our members are Wrists was our first ever member, Damon Scott, Jocelyn Freeman, Drip Turkey, Where's Johnny, Down, and Maddie. We also have Flair, who donated a small fortune this last month through the streams. Thank you so much, guys. I would not be doing this without you. Thank you so much.